Video 25, let's jump right in. So, I had a interesting thing happen to me today. I got caught off guard. I got knocked out today. God damn. I can't believe that. It was really not good, not fun. But so I got a call from someone and they chewed me out on the phone pretty hard, but they did it in such a way it brought up a lot of childhood trauma and anxieties, stuff that I've dealt with and stuff that I've mulled over for a long time already in my adult life. And shit, man, it it just completely caught me off guard, knocked me right on my ass, and it actually it got me down a little bit. And as a believer, we believers say things like spiritual warfare, and we talk about the enemy and all this kind of stuff. I actually believe in all of that stuff, and I don't think that the timing on this was very convenient. It's too convenient of timing for that to happen, and there's absolutely no reason for it to happen. But it happened at such a convenient timing. I'm starting, so this Thursday, which is not tomorrow, but the day after, I'm starting a medium-ish size home rehab project that I'm doing with a friend of mine. And I've been feeling really excited about that, but I had my first tinge of, I don't know how this is going to go, because the guy that I'm going to be working with is not exactly the most reliable guy, and he's not exactly the most, how you say, guy that I really want to work with, but I'm not going to pass. I'm not going to pass up the cash. It's too good. But he's doing a certain method he calls it the Singaporean method. And it's pretty much, he wants 3 shifts a day. So you'd be doing 3 8-hour shifts, basically. 2 or 3, as many as you can fit in the day. Unbeknownst to us, he found out today, because I met with him, found out today that the people who we're doing the rehab for are going to be living in the house while we're doing it. Which, we met with them before, probably a week or two ago. This goddamn fly in my face. A week or two ago, and they were talking about how they were going to have an Airbnb while we were doing the rehab, but they said, screw it, I guess. I wasn't involved. Which, I don't know. And so they're buying a house, they want it rehabbed. So imagine trying to run like 24-hour working shifts, labor working shifts, with someone living in the house that you're rehabbing. I don't think it's going to happen. But 2, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'm still excited about it, but I had this feeling today, and it was the first time I felt that in a little while. But it was mainly because of all the pieces involved, and I just foresee it becoming a giant drama job, which is okay, you are getting paid for it, right? But yeah, so I felt that, and all of a sudden I get this goddamn phone call, and it just, I don't know, hit me right. It hit me in a weak spot. And this is the thing about when we talk about spiritual warfare and this kind of stuff. They know where to hit you, right? Whatever entity you want to call it, right? I'll call it the Satan. They know where to hit you because they know where your weaknesses are. So there's basically 2 ways to take that. And this is what I want to talk about today because I think this is really important. So most people, they'll get their ass knocked down. They'll get a nice 4 right to the jaw and they'll be flat on their ass. It's important, even in when you get knocked on your ass, to not give up and not concede ever. You gotta get back up and you gotta get back in position. You gotta just keep pushing until you're dead. Literally dead. Literally until you're dead. You gotta obsess over that. You gotta obsess over winning and obsess over destroying the other person. Sounds harsh, but there's no way around it. And that's something that I'm actually quite happy about with myself. I bounce back pretty quick. And I've always semi been this way when I want to bounce back quick. I had a troubled youth, to put it mildly, but I've grown a lot out of that, and I don't regret anything that I did. All of the trauma and all of the stupid things that I did when I was younger, those have all taught me valuable things. All of my weaknesses that I've overcome have taught me that this weakness right now that was just revealed to me today isn't shit. It's not shit compared to all that other shit that I've already gotten over. So I bounced back relatively quick. And I bounced back relatively quick from that. It had me down for maybe 2 or 3 hours or something. But then I shook it because there's bigger, better things to do. And if you have a weakness, be glad that it's revealed to you, right? Like, really, just because you get knocked down and just because they know where to throw the punch, they know when to throw that hook because they know how to time you, right? They know everything about you, They know when to throw that hook, and it's going to land. It's going to land dead center. Just because they do that doesn't mean you need to get in a bitch fit and just start complaining and throw in the towel and get all disheartened for prolonged periods of time and all this kind of shit. It's okay to be upset for a little while, but gotta get back up, man. And you have to thank them. You wanna know why you have to thank them? You have to be grateful even for the hook that knocks you flat on your ass, because it taught you something. It taught you something about yourself, and it taught you something about what you need to work on. So after the match, I gotta watch out for that hook. Really gotta watch out for that hook. That got me that time. Anyway, in my experience, these kinds of things happen, like I'm not talking like relatively predictable bad things. I'm talking about like completely, this never should have happened, but this weird thing's going to happen to you that's going to challenge you or test you in some way, and we'll see how you deal with it in the moment, right? These things happen when you're about to get somewhere. And that's where I feel right now. I feel like I'm on the cusp of entering a new atmosphere. Mainly financially, because I have a certain plan. A plan that I haven't shared with any of my little viewers here. I'm actually going to bust my ass into phone sales and high ticket sales stuff, and I'm going to be paying someone to show me the ropes. I'm going to be paying them a pretty penny. It's kind of my plan right now, and I'm getting close. I'm close to pulling the trigger on that. We're getting there. It's not quite the time yet, but it's close, and I feel really good about it, and I know where it will lead me, and I know the future that is aligned with that path. That and this project that I'm doing, it's sort of a, month. It'll probably take like a month or so, maybe a little less than a month. And that's going to be just that's basically going to fund my next venture. So it's as far as the story goes, right? The overarching story, it's going to be pretty much December is going to be the rehab. There'll probably be it'll bleed into January. Sure, I'm sure it'll bleed into January a little bit. And then when I'm finished with that, I'm going to pay this guy, and then I'm going to learn how to do higher ticket stuff. And we'll see how that goes. I have a very good feeling about it. But that sense of we're now going to be, it's not that I'm not going somewhere right now, it's that it's like this, right? This is usually how life works. It'll be like this, and then all of a sudden it'll be like boop, boop, and you'll just accelerate up to this new stratosphere very quickly, and then you'll find yourself, after you accelerate, you'll kind of return back to this mode where things are a little more stable and normal, and you have to search for the next thing that's going to go boop and accelerate you up even further. That's my experience anyway. And my experience coupled with that is there are so many forces at play that do not want you going up into these higher stratospheres. They want to drag you down, and they want you to stay in the dark. They want you to stay low in terms of wavelength. They want you to be low consciousness and this kind of thing. They want to use you and abuse you and have you do their bidding and all this kind of nice stuff. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Oh, and by the way, because I'm having a good feeling about like learning how to do phone sales, and what happened to me was a phone call that brought back trauma from when I was like 18 via phone call in sales. Yeah, that's not an accident. That's way too convenient. With this timing too, it was just all too convenient. And there was nothing, it was one of those things where it's like, there's nothing you can do that's going to actually solve this problem that's happening right now. This is it's an attack. It's literally a lash out. Someone is lashing out for literally no reason, out of nowhere. And, yeah, anyway, I was fascinated by that. It really caught me off guard. But we're back, and we're back stronger, and we're gonna kick some ass. I'm actually feeling really invigorated right now, and it's like goddamn 11 o'clock. I don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep for a while. Anyway, I thought that was a nice little story to share, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Good night.